All right, go ahead, people. Dr. Nicole McCarty here. Y'all, I'm back. Thank you. Hey, y'all. So I just wanted to stop by and say, hey, Dr. Nicole McCarty here, and welcome back to my channel. So good to see you. This is SisterLocks, a conversation about hormones and hair loss. So let's talk about it. It can be a very uncomfortable and touchy subject, but because we as a people, we take pride in our hair, right? Whether you're rocking the beautiful, loose, natural, or luscious locks, or those braids, relaxed, even weaves and wigs. We are sensitive about our hair. We are sensitive about our ears. Y'all know I'm foolish. You never know what you're gonna get. But anyway, go with me though. So, as they say in church, I won't be before you long. But I just wanted to have a quick share about things that are coming up in my lock journey, right? So, at my last retie, my wonderful SisterLocks consultant, she let me know, well, we inadvertently went 6 weeks. It was very unintentional, but she noticed my thinning was a little worse than normal. And it looked as though I had some inflammation happening in the scalp and all that jazz. Not great news, right? But my brain did what it usually does. It went into like differential mode. It just took a minute. So I was like, well, what could be the cause, right? So what I'm doing right now, I'm improving my diet, but that part of the journey is just starting, and I've always eaten pretty healthy, but right now my husband and I were kind of buckling down. You can see we have tower gardens and we're growing our own vegetables, some fruit, but mostly veggies. And we're trying to eliminate or significantly minimize our reliance on the grocery store, especially with all the changes happening. You just don't know, right? And the tower garden, even though my thumb is not so green, and I encourage you, check out my playlist, our journey with the tower garden to food freedom. And it's super dope. You'll learn a ton because I'm just sharing everything I'm learning. And this isn't my first rodeo with the tower garden. I know this is a side note, right? This isn't my first rodeo with it. We did it in 2021, and then I got pregnant with my son, and he wouldn't let me be great, y'all. And so I couldn't do anything, literally. I could barely breathe the entire time. Longest time of my life. But anywho, I said all that to say, we recently started to revamp our diet and our lifestyle to be a bit better, right, than it was, so we can be the best that we can be. Because we're in our 40s, so we got to keep it tight, keep it right. Or we got to get tight and then keep it tight, keep it right. So, but most of all, we need to be healthy and be around for our babies, because that's what matters. So anyway, back to the matter at hand. Like I said, improving the diet, but that part of the journey is just starting. So again, check out the playlist, Tower Garden. Yeah, just a couple clicks away as we embark upon our journey to once again grow our own food and try to minimize our dependence on the grocery store. It will bless you. If you have questions, if you're interested, reach out. I'm trying to share it with everyone, because if you know what is good for you right now, might be something you want to consider. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. So my hair thinning. Yes, let's talk about that. So in my current knowledge bank and in the research that I've kind of been deciding to pursue a little bit, I settled on 3 things, right? Number 1, my body needs a detox, and I need to increase my hydration ASAP. I wax some lane on my water, and it's not intentional. There are some times when I do better than others, and then when I'm not drinking water, I'm drinking my husband's bomb.com lemonade, which is as from scratch as you can get, not super sweet. It's amazing. And so while that can be considered a detox outside of the sugar, but it's not a ton of sugar in it, but there are no preservatives. It's fresh lemon, water, sugar. That's it. And so I will drink that, and I drink water. I really don't do any juices. I don't do soda or pop, depending on where you're from. And I don't do teas and coffees or whatever. So that's it. I drink water or I drink homemade lemonade. That's it. Occasionally I'll do hot tea if I'm not feeling well. You know what I mean? And even that's a turmeric tea. So it's anti-inflammatory. So I have an arsenal of things that I drink that is pretty healthy. So I could probably stand to do a bit of a stronger detox. So that might be something that I look into doing soon. So that's number one. Number two, I need to kick my sweet, beautiful baby boy, my black boy joy, off of my boob. Okay? Listen, y'all, don't judge me, okay? I said that I would give him the same amount of time nursing that I gave his sister, and that was 2.5 years. And that 2.5 years, he's got 2 weeks, technically. He's coming up on that milestone real swiftly. But here's the thing, hormones can play a huge role in hair loss or hair thinning. So if you're nursing your little bambinos, your hormones will continue to be awry long past the traditional postpartum period. Why? Well, I'm glad you asked. First of all, postpartum hair loss is common post-birth, right? That is sort of I don't know if it's a well-known fact, I'm not really sure. Does it have any relation to breastfeeding directly? No. Does breastfeeding cause hair loss? No, not directly. My mill bin is loud, y'all, sorry. That's another thing. If you have questions, let me know. But it breaks down your food, and you can use it as compost. You can use it on your lawn. You can use it in your gardens. You can use it everywhere. I'm telling y'all, I got the juice. So if you have questions, holla at your girl. But anyway, pregnancy causes hormone changes within the body, okay? And that affects the hair cycle. Everything is happening right now. That's the tower gardens coming on. It's okay. We all got sounds. I don't know if you hear the kids. They're with their dad upstairs in the background. I don't know. You might hear them. Just focus on me. Focus on the voice. Focus on the voice. All right, so pregnancy causes hormone changes within the body, and that affect the hair cycle. So during pregnancy, hormones help prevent hair from shedding, and they promote hair growth, which is why when you're pregnant, your hair is the bomb. You be like, oh, I want to keep this. It's the bomb. It's fuller. Pregnancy hair is the best thing ever, right? And all my mamas know that pregnancy hair is great. After childbirth, however, hormones return to their usual levels and estrogen levels fall. This shift in hormones returns that hair cycle to its usual pattern, including the typical level of hair shedding that we normally experience anyway. And since people shed less hair during pregnancy, there is more to shed once estrogen levels decrease. So it can be alarming to see all that hair falling out. Again, ask a postpartum mama. They'll tell you, right? But it's a sign that a person's hormones are working as they should. And so hair loss is common after giving birth due to the changing hormone levels. Now, higher hormone levels during pregnancy, they reduce hair loss. Remember that bomb pregnancy hair? Yes, bomb, right? Thicker, it's fuller. And then after childbirth, hormone levels such as estrogen fall back to usual levels. Your hair sheds. You think it's falling out. You panic. It's just all the shedding that was going to happen over those months. It happens at one time. And it freaks you out, right? But this sudden shift may make hair appear thinner. And postpartum hair loss is temporary, and the hair will usually return to its typical state within the first year following childbirth. Now, my son is 2.5, right? It's been over a year for me. But check this. Estrogen is directly associated with hair growth and hair loss. As the hormone binds to receptors on hair follicles, it boosts the growth phase of hair, which is why when your estrogen levels are high, when you're pregnant, it's growing. Many women notice they have thicker, better looking hair during pregnancy because of this reason. And that's those high estrogen levels. Estrogen plays a key role in promoting hair growth by extending the active growth phase of hair follicles. It results in thicker hair, fuller hair. However, when estrogen levels drop significantly, like during postpartum, menopause, after birth, which is postpartum, and during breastfeeding, it can lead to hair thinning and loss due to a shorter growth phase and increased hair shedding. I fall into the category of extended breastfeeding, right? And that may delay the return of hormonal balance, possibly prolonging my hair loss, right? Breastfeeding does not cause hair loss directly, remember, but it's more indirect. So increased hair shedding is common during breastfeeding and postpartum. Okay, changing hormone levels cause the shedding. Falling estrogen levels can make hair seem thinner and shed excessively. And I really think this is the case for me. Right? I have been either pregnant or nursing for the past 6 years. Okay, I think my body is saying, you've done enough, baby. Now it's time for you. You need a break. I mean, we're done with kids, so it's okay, right? But my hormone levels are still in flux, right? And so because I'm nursing, the high levels of prolactin, think that's the milk stimulating or milk production hormone, right? They can negatively affect estrogen production because they inhibit the normal functioning of the ovaries, leading to decreased estrogen levels in women. Low estrogen levels, your hair don't stay on your head, okay? It's thinner. High estrogen levels, voluptuous, right? Now, prolactin is too high. It can suppress estrogen secretion, potentially causing irregular periods or infertility due to disrupted ovulation. And because my cycle has yet to return, I've had exactly one cycle in 6+ years. One. And that was in between me getting pregnant, me stopping breastfeeding my first kid and getting pregnant with my second. One month, 30 days. I don't even know if it was that long. That's it. So needless to say, my hormones are not balanced yet. And I think it's doing a number on my hair. But guess what? That's about to change because I'm evicting my little sweet snuggumps off of my breast in expectation that my thin spots will begin to fill in. Okay? Yep. And of course it takes a little while, so I won't, I'll give myself at least 3 to 6 months to see a change. But in that time, I'll level up on my vitamins, particularly my iron, my zinc, vitamins A, C, D, E, biotin, protein, and of course my essential fatty acids. And remember, your essential fatty acids, these are the ones your body can't produce. So I can get these by consuming vegetable oils, nuts, oily cold water fish, like salmon, sardines and oysters. I'm not a sardines person. I'm not an oysters person, but salmon I can get with, right? So I'll stick with that. And then ensuring that my minerals are up to date or on par, particularly magnesium, zinc, iron, copper, selenium, and good sources of these minerals include nuts, shellfish, eggs, cruciferous veggies, leafy greens, beans, cocoa, believe it or not, even though I'm not really a chocolate person, but cocoa, starchy veggies, and tropical fruit, right? So all of these have good minerals in them. Part B of the hormone talk is menopause, okay? I'm not there yet. I'm in my early 40s. Though this is not my reason, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it. So hormonal changes during menopause can cause hair loss or thinning. Why? I'm sure you know by now. This is because estrogen and progesterone levels decrease while your androgen levels increase. Okay? So think of it this way. This is how hormones affect the hair. Your estrogen It's going to help your hair grow faster and stay on your head longer. And it also affects scalp oil production, which keeps your hair smooth and silky, right? Progesterone helps your hair grow faster and stay on your head longer. Androgens, they shrink your hair follicles, which can lead to hair loss. But androgens can also cause more hair to grow on the face and other areas of the body. And so menopause happens at different times, different ages, and with varying symptoms for every woman. And sometimes it's age, earlier for some and later for others. And it can be triggered by surgeries. That's another reason someone might enter menopause. If you have a hysterectomy that disrupts your hormone balance with the removal of your ovaries. And then the journey looks different for everyone, right? And so everyone who has a kid doesn't experience hair loss. Everyone who goes through menopause doesn't experience hair thinning, but it is something that occurs. Okay, and then my third reason is it could be something else, like a thyroid issue, genetic condition, stress, fatigue, illness, malnutrition, certain medications. There are all these other factors, right, for hair loss. But I'm going to go with number 2A, with ending my breastfeeding journey with my son until something tells me otherwise, because I really think that's the reason. Now, if it's not, hey, we'll deal with it when it comes. All right. But I'll keep you posted on my journey. I'm still loving my SisterLocks. I'm loving the growth. I got my retie and I sprayed it with water heavily. And so the shrinkage is here. My mom was like, did she clip your hair? I was like, no, that's good old shrinkage. And it's such a beautiful journey to hair freedom, and I think I just have this thing with freedom. Like, I got tap that says freedom, hair freedom. We're on a journey to food freedom. I love freedom. Like, I'm always here for freedom to be your most amazing and unique, one of a kind, most authentic, beautiful self. Freedom to be well, freedom to be whole, freedom to be healed. So, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Don't forget to hop on over to my garden playlist. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if any of this resonates with you, or if you just enjoy my antics. And I'm always going to teach, so that's just who I am. I'm an educator. I'm a doctor. I can't share and not share knowledge. I just can't do it. So I hope you learned something. I hope it blesses you, and I will talk to you soon. Love and blessings. Toodles.